internships is a way to convert people for full time. And that's how companies also look at it. But so they don't tend to hire people because they're like, we can't keep you after these 3 months, like it's just they don't normally. There are some off cases probably, but mostly in most cases, no. They will just be like, sorry, we don't hire internationals. So I feel like that's also another thing you should research when you shortlist companies. Do they hire internationals? And also, most importantly, speak to seniors before you enter the career fair. That was the mistake I made in my first semester, was like I shortlisted my companies, I did my research and I went to companies. But there are some companies that give interviews on the spot. Some companies that do on-campus interviews, and they're known for that. Like you go stand in the stand for 45 minutes, but you'll get an interview at the end of it, and they will, they're properly looking to recruit. And your seniors know which companies those are because they went to last year's career fair. So they will know that this company hires people on the spot. This people will interview people on the spot. Like NVIDIA will interview you in the line. Like NVIDIA will ask you technical questions when you're in that line. That line takes forever to move, but every student gets 15 minutes where they are asked CS questions. And if you do well, you get an interview. So there are companies that do that, and you need to know which those are so you can like concentrate on those and go to those and don't miss out on that. Also, like I think colleges will have like your career portals where, listings are put up and stuff. If you're active on that, like you can reply to like career listings quicker. Like there'll be on-campus interviews that are scheduled and stuff, which have deadlines of like in 3 weeks, whoever applies gets an on-campus interview. So just be a little active on your career portals, speak to your seniors about like which companies give interviews, and just like do research before entering. Just don't enter and be like, I'll walk up to any company and like see what happens. Have like 10 companies. Okay, these are the people I actually care about. I want to speak to them. Then you have like, and then it kind of narrows down, right? Because let's say you went to your first career fair. I tried to speak to 15 people. In my second career fair, I was a little more strategic. I had learned like it's not worth it standing in a Google line because all they're going to be like at the end of it is apply online. So sometimes a lot of these big companies, you stand in line, they'll like namesake talk to you for like 3-4 minutes, and then they'll be like apply online. And that's a waste of 45 minutes, right? You could have gone to like 5 other smaller companies who will actually interview you. So in Georgia Tech, like what you can, like before every career fair, for the 2 weeks before every career fair, right? They have industry professionals, like people who are actually working right now in companies who are alumni, who come in and they have like these days where you can book an appointment with them, and they'll kind of like take your resume and like, critique it, like be like, if this was like a resume you handed to that industry professional, how would that conversation go? So they have like, they critique your resume and be like, no, this is wrong, stuff like that. They have mock interviews where you can go up and have a mock interview with either an industry professional or a career advisor, like specific to like, your skills and stuff like that. So they have mock interviews. Also, like they're pretty good with like helping you with career decision, navigating whether or not, your visa issues, like, like if do my visa issues prevent me from doing this, or, can I do this? Sometimes you have these questions you're not sure of. You can go to your career office and they're really helpful with like, helping you out with that too. So I feel like there are enough resources. I didn't use a lot of them. I used just the resume one where because in my first semester, my resume was complete crap. Like, we hadn't done anything. Like doing in DJ Sangvi, I didn't do anything, not a single internship. I didn't know what to put on that resume. I was just like, it's completely empty. Like there were undergrads ahead of me in line who had like an amazing resume. And I was like, I got through undergrad and I have nothing. And that's fine. And that is where, free research with professors comes in. You just be like, why do I work for this professor for free? Because you'll get those 3 lines on your resume in a otherwise empty space. Like, so I did that. In my first semester, I researched with a guy for free because I was like, I need something on this resume. In my second semester, I had my RA. I also took like my part-time job at ADP. I put that on. I just wanted, by the time I went into my first, like my proper job search, I wanted to have enough on my resume to at least fill it up. Because I had done nothing before these 2 years. So I feel like even if you've done nothing, if you do research for free, like I know people like, you mentioned like, what if you don't get an internship in the summer, right? So I have a friend who didn't get an internship in the summer. He actually got one and he felt he'd get something better. So he rejected it. He didn't end up getting anything else.